All right, the big story at this hour, which has just broken in the last hour or so, we will all be paying less taxes from next year. So for a change, it's good news that we're leading with. The cabinet has cleared the direct tax code this evening, which will be introduced in the Rajya Sabha. But exactly how much are you likely to save? Well, Shweta Rajpal Kohli explains that for us now. Shweta.
All right, Nidhi, let's take a look at the new tax slabs that have been cleared by the cabinet. Well, if you earn up to 2 lakh rupees per annum, you're going to be paying no tax. That's against the 1.6 exemption that is currently in place. For income between 2 to 5 lakh rupees per annum, you pay a tax of about 10%. For income between 5 to 10 lakh rupees, you pay 20% tax, and above 10 lakh rupees, you pay 30% tax. So on one hand, yes, it will lead to considerable savings for salaried people like you and me. Once the direct tax code is approved by Parliament, it's likely to be tabled on Monday and comes into effect from April next year. But many others would feel that this has been watered down considerably from the earlier proposal. Remember when the direct tax code's first proposal was unveiled in August last year, we were talking about very, very different tax slab rates where you would be paying 30% tax only if you earn income above 25 lakh rupees. You'd be paying 20% tax if you earn income between 10 to 25 lakhs. So in that sense, we were expecting this to be a very, very radical tax reform. One tax reform that the UPA government was really banking on, had been talking about. So it has been watered down considerably from its original draft. But yes, in terms of the kind of savings that it will bring for you from the current tax slabs, you definitely have something to gain. But it's being seen more as a slight tinkering of tax slabs that is possibly done in a budget. Back to you.
All right, Shweta, thanks very much for giving us some perspective, because I was pretty excited. I thought it actually meant something much more than what it appears to really be now. Now, moving on, 2 years ago, he promised the tribals of Lanjigarh in Orissa that he would be their soldier. And today, just days after the centre shot down a major industrial project in the area, Rahul Gandhi was back. This time to tell the tribals that his work wasn't finished and that he was still their man. The timing of his visit has stirred up quite a political storm, as the Congress is clearly trying to woo the tribal vote, making the opposition rather uncomfortable.
A hero's welcome for Rahul Gandhi at Lanjigarh. 2 years ago, he had promised tribals that he'd be their soldier in Delhi to fight against MNC giant Vedanta's plans to mine in the Niyamgiri hills held sacred by them. Although he praised the Adivasis for successfully defending their land, it was clearly Rahul Gandhi's victory rally.
मैं आपका दिल्ली में सिपाही हूं, मेरा काम खत्म नहीं हुआ है, शुरू हुआ है। जब भी आपको मेरी जरूरत होगी, मैं आपके साथ खड़े होने को तैयार हूं, आपके साथ लड़ने को तैयार हूं।
The Adivasis want more from Rahul. While the centre has stopped mining plans in the Niyamgiri hills, a tribal's demand that he backed, the 8,400 crore alumina refinery has only been put on notice. And Vedanta is hopeful of mining bauxite for this plant from areas around Niyamgiri. So they want the plant scrapped.
ये नियमगिरी में जो हुआ, विकास के खिलाफ हुआ। ये विकास के खिलाफ नहीं है। यहाँ आदिवासियों की, गरीब जनता की आवाज कुचली जा रही थी। उनकी आवाज दिल्ली की सरकार ने सुन ली। ये विकास के खिलाफ बात नहीं है, ये विकास की बात है।
And in Delhi, other party leaders questioned Rahul.
से बड़ा भ्रष्टाचार हजारों करोड़ रुपए का करके ये खदाने देने वाली यही सरकार है, और उसके खिलाफ आवाज उठाने वाले भी कांग्रेस के युवा नेता दिखते हैं। ये सब नौटंकी है।
Much of this will only be seen in practice. How the respective governments at the centre and the various states act, I mean, that is not, on that will depend. And therefore, in practice, you will have to see how sympathetic they are, how considerate they are.
Political games and strategies aside, for the Dongriya tribals and their supporters, it's been an incredible victory.
The Dongriyakans of Niyamgiri are obviously grateful to Rahul Gandhi for the role he played in their campaign. But still, they are apprehensive. They feel as long as Vedanta's alumina refinery complex exists in their area, Niyamgiri is under threat. They want the government to do something about it.
With Sampad Mahapatra in Lanjigarh, Gargi Rawat for NDTV.